Lisa convinced the mayor to establish a safe migration corridor for animals. The animals did not become safer as a result. Instead, they rushed into a pharmaceutical plant and ingested extremely high doses of psychiatric drugs, which caused mental disturbances. A snake even became friends with a mouse that would normally be its prey, and a slow-moving turtle ended up running faster than a rabbit. Homer was watching this news while driving Bart to Milhouse's house, but he really disliked Milhouse's useless dad.
Love you, bud!
Although Homer didn't want to talk to Kirk was very enthusiastic. Just then, a group of frenzied animals charged toward them. Everyone else hurried inside to take cover, but in Homer's eyes, Kirk was just as frightening as death.
Death or Kirk? Death or Kirk? Death it is.
Since the animals were causing chaos around town, Homer had no choice but to stay overnight at Milhouse's house. In the middle of the night, he noticed Kirk crouching by the couch watching TV. It turned out that Luann disliked Kirk for sweating and passing gas at night, so she had kicked him out of the bedroom. Kirk even offered Homer some cookies, since he worked at a cookie factory and got a 5% employee discount. Marge had never allowed Homer to eat cookies in bed because the crumbs would get everywhere. The next day, Homer tried to sneak back home in a hurry, but after just one night together, Kirk had already treated him as a friend. A week later, he showed up at the Simpsons' house. Inspired by a shattered windshield that didn't scatter any fragments, Kirk invented a crumb-free cookie.
It broke clean!
Kirk invited Homer to start a cookie company with him. They promoted their cookies at the mall, and the townspeople were quickly won over by the product. After becoming successful, Kirk took his family out for a lavish meal and even bought a $15,000 bottle of wine. Now he seemed to have endless money.
60, 70, 80, 90.
Amazing.
Marge felt that Kirk was overly excited. A doctor happened to pass by and explained that Kirk had bipolar disorder. Earlier, when the animals had stormed the pharmaceutical plant, it caused a shortage of medication, so Kirk had stopped taking his meds. Even after the supply was restored, he refused to resume them, meaning he was now fully in a manic episode. Marge wanted to remind Luann, but Luann didn't take it seriously, since Kirk was making a lot of money now.
Aren't you at least worried about how this could affect Milhouse? Look at me! I'm Daddy!
That's going to be the boarding school's problem.
A local TV station invited Homer and Kirk onto a show, but Kirk spoke without restraint, exposing his highly unstable mental state. He even claimed he was going to build an underwater rocket. As soon as he said this, the company's stock price dropped by 60%. From that day on, Kirk became depressed every day, shifting from mania into a depressive episode. Around the same time, the FBI came to investigate because Kirk had diverted funds from the cookie company to build the underwater rocket. The FBI even searched Homer's house.
Not the feds! Not the feds!
In order to protect the cookie company, Homer decided to take the blame for Kirk. Meanwhile, Kirk sank deeper and deeper into depression, and Marge had to use cold water to snap him out of it. However, when Luann saw this, she misunderstood the situation and assumed something was going on between Marge and Kirk. To repair his friendship with Homer, Kirk took medication to treat his bipolar disorder. His underwater rocket finally came into use. Marge had originally thought the rocket was just something he made up, but when Kirk stepped on the accelerator, the underwater rocket immediately arrived at the FBI building and stopped Homer, who was on his way to turn himself in. Although the passionate version of Kirk was gone, his friendship with Homer would endure.
Kirk, never forget, you are the best dude!
Kirk's rise and fall in business was not just a financial bubble.